The living room, 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 the living room.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Happy Monday. It is Happy Review Time Monday, day before St. Patrick's Day. I am your main man, Mr. Starvin Artist, and this is
your boy Jay Allen and our other host, Buddy.
Hey, buddy.
What's up, y'all?
What up? What up?
And we are so excited. We've got a lot to talk about in the past 2 weeks, so let's get right into it, right?
Let's start it off.
All right, for our first show we're going to talk about is a show we haven't talked about on here before is the ladies down in Beverly, the Real Housewives.
The Real Housewives.
Beverly Hills.
The Real Housewives.
Like real.
Because they're married.
They got money.
And they don't work.
They got money.
They don't work.
They like hold diamonds. They don't hold fruit. They hold in diamonds. Well, anyways, this past season on Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kim has really been battling with her sobriety a lot. And so naturally the group decides to go to Amsterdam and take a trip because, you know, that's where you go when you are having, you know, addiction problems.
Some problems.
So while they're over there, while they're at dinner, these women always get into a fight at a dinner. Like, anytime there's a dinner.
But it's kind of the housewife way, though.
Right. And if you thought Atlanta was ratchet, you know, these ladies at Beverly Hills are giving them a run for their money. So Lisa Rinna, who is a soap opera star.
She was on Melrose Place, right?
And Melrose Place,
Yeah, she was.
She had been questioning Kim's sobriety because there was some questioning behavior.
Kim began her sip on.
Yeah, Kim was getting some question. And she randomly took, so she's a recovering alcoholic, but then one day she said she wasn't feeling good, so she took her ex-husband cancer but then she's mad that people are just questioning her sobriety. She's like, I was in pain. So they get over there, and you know, Lisa again asks her about her sobriety. Kim is upset about
she almost kind of badgers her, I feel like, though.
If
somebody says no,
but then if I say no, but I'm like, hey,
but she did it in front of a group of people, though, too.
I mean, but everybody been talking about it, so it wasn't a secret.
This is true.
So Kim goes in and starts asking Lisa Rinna about her husband, which we're like, what are you talking about?
Harry Hamlin,
and then,
shout out to LA Law.
Yes. So then Lisa gets upset. She was like, keep my husband out of that. She tries to choke him. When she tries to choke him, they
almost more than a phaser pocketbook.
Right. And then she took a glass of wine, threw it in her face, smashed the glass. I thought she was going to cut her out. Meanwhile, they pan to Kim's sister, Cal, who's like running away. Like, I was like,
and crying. And she was crying.
Yeah, so I mean, it was like super crazy. So the next day, you know, well, Lisa Rinna that night says, I'm never going to speak to her again.
She's done with Kim. And you know what? I believed her when she was saying that. I thought she was really done with it.
So much conviction. She's like, I'm never talking to her again. So then
but then when she was eating her continental breakfast, all of a sudden,
Kim is in and she's like, can I talk to you? And Lisa's like, sure. And the next thing you know, they're friends again.
And they're walking down into the lobby like arm in arm.
And everybody's looking like, what is going on? So they just kind of all go along their way like nothing happened until another dinner happens. And then this other dinner happens and all hell breaks loose again. Brandy.
Part 2.
Yeah, part 2. Brandy, who's like the Kenya of the show, gets a little tipsy and she's talking to Lisa Vanderpump. Yeah, and you know, they're giggling around and Brandy slaps Lisa Vanderpump. I mean, it wasn't like a big slap, but it was enough.
It was enough that there was a contact.
Right.
So you can't touch my face.
Yeah, so it was a bit shocking. So tune in tomorrow, 9 o'clock. Tuesdays on Bravo, because there's some more of the Amsterdam trip coming on, and they have a lot more drama in store.
And Lisa, hit her back. That's all I'm saying.
All right, moving on to our America's favorite side chick.
Look at that side chick. Hey, Mary Jane Paul.
Or what's her name?
Pauletta. That's real pretty. That's a pretty
name. Old name. Please don't name your child Pauletta.
But so this week, actually we're going to recap the last 2 weeks on Being Mary Jane, BET. Mary Jane originally started, she's been taking these fertility shots most of this season for her story. And last week we find out that it's not really taking.
Yeah, she's only have like 3 eggs, and they need
3 eggs, and she's still a fairly young woman, and you know what? Well,
she's like 38.
38.
But
yeah, you can still have kids at 38.
I mean, you can, but it's getting towards that age.
Yeah, that's like saying, settle down. But she like basically freaks out about this whole thing, and she finds out about it on camera while she's filming the story.
Yeah, so that was a bit hard for her. I felt sorry about her.
That was kind of
to really want a child, and you find out on camera.
But why does she want a child though?
Yeah, she do.
I've never.
You said what?
She want children.
Yeah, I've never heard her say that before neither. But.
Well, and that was a good thing because her dad came over and he said, you know what, Pauletta, I really don't think that you want children.
I don't think
because
he
said,
shout out to Shaft.
Hey Shaft. And because he said everything that you wanted in your life, you've gone out and achieved. Yeah. You've gone to school. You work at this great company.
You changed your name.
You changed your name. You've done everything that you set out to do. You have accomplished. So
she just never got her own man. No, she hasn't done that yet.
Right, she ain't got her own man, but her dad says, you know what? Why don't you go? He basically says, you know, if you want the guy, Andre, that she's been kind of feeling, who has a baby mama and a baby on the way, but he basically is like, well, go out and get her. He gives her permission
to be... Is it Andre or is it David?
Oh, his name is David, my bad.
David.
So he basically gives her permission to go and see David. So
the daddy does.
The daddy does. So it's like, great advice, father. Go be a hoe.
Go you know,
if that's what you want to be,
you, baby.
Go be a hoe. So glad my father's in my life.
And guess what she does? She takes daddy's advice and she
goes and gets it in with David. So you know, this story's gonna unfold as it goes. So that's being Mary Jane.
Being Mary Jane, Tuesdays, 10 p.m.
Yeah.
ET.
So our next show is America's favorite show.
Yes, it is.
Empire.
Everybody watches it, including Obama.
Yes. Oh yeah. So what's going on in Empire?
So Empire. There's been a few things going on. So going back to about 2 weeks ago, Anika gets found out. Very first scene of the episode, and Cookie comes in there, like basically tells Lucius and busts Anika out. Anika runs out the house, and like you got Portia and Cookie like throwing her stuff out, out the house, whatever. And she found out that Anika has gone to Beretti. Beretti, the rival, and have sold the secrets of Empire, and they actually tried to acquire some of Empire's artists. So that's pretty much.
So they're in like recovery mode.
Yes, they are.
So Cookie goes out and she tries to save one of Empire's clients from going to Beretti or going somewhere else, and so she engages in like a drinking contest with some scissor, some scissors.
Some of that strong.
So she comes out and
she's hanging with the boys too.
The boys. Yeah. So she comes out and she's tipsy. And she
retains the client though. Don't tell me she drinks them under the table. She's
bad. She's bad. So she almost gets mugged, and Derek Luke, comes.
Derek Luke, Antoine Fisher
comes and rescues her. And in her drunken state, when you're drunk, you kind of really release, some of your feelings.
You say what you want to say.
Not that I know of nothing, but she was just basically like, take these cookies.
She did.
Yes,
she did.
But I
right
mean,
in that,
right in the middle of the street,
Get it.
But I feel like that's a good tagline for Girl Scouts.
Oh, take them cookies, because you know what? They're all playing cookies right now.
Right.
Get Girl Scouts of America.
Take these Samoas.
Take these Thin Mints.
Take them. Like, all right.
Buddy, you agree with that?
I do.
Yes.
Buddy likes cookies.
Yes, and what else was
What's
going
happening?
on?
So,
Andre.
Our boy Andre, son number one, who never gets no love from mommy or daddy.
Yeah, we find out that Andre was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and he really had a lot of traumatic experiences growing up.
Did we find out that he was diagnosed with it, or did they just say it?
I think, well, they did, because remember, they did a flashback.
The flashbacks,
where, they were talking about that.
But I feel like he's had a couple of episodes over the years, and nobody really seemed to deal with it until
it comes down. And I think it really is just a mix of him dealing with a lot of traumatic experiences as he's a child, and then it's kind of normal responses to abnormal situations. I think.
Well, yeah, his mom was taken away from him when he was going to jail.
And then I think he was the one that was old enough to really understand, understand what was happening. Like,
He looked out for you, Jamal. He looked out for you, Rakeem.
Yes,
Y'all didn't
respect
do nothing about it.
him.
Respect your older brother.
Right, but you know, Cookie and Lucius were doing a lot of shady things at the early stages of like Empire.
Yes, they were.
And so, as a young kid, if I'm 10 or 11 or 12, and I'm seeing this, I kind of understand what's going on.
Well, in one episode, he hit his daddy's gun from the
exactly, and he's been taking care. So you know, a child should never have to do that. So he's kind of dealing with that. He really has a breakdown. Like he has a breakdown. They go to the elevator first. The power goes out. Then he really starts to kind of really lose it. It really kind of triggers him a little bit. And then then I
start to do a little bit of Bill Weathers. You know,
lean on me. You know Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman is there, like
came out.
Sometimes
in my life. Yeah. So then they sing "Lean on Me," and they make it through. They get him back to the boardroom.
But this is the whole time when all calamities happening in the boardroom because of the takeover by Beretti and his people.
Exactly. So I get in the boardroom, and then he just completely loses it. It was too much for him to take.
And he starts throwing basketballs.
My
question is though, why are basketballs in the conference room though?
I was asking that same question. Why are basketballs in there? Like, I just never understood.
I didn't get that one so much.
Yeah, I didn't understand it, but I mean, they basically fell on the ground, did a backflip, back up, and
Rhonda was standing there shaking her head like,
poor Rhonda. And that girl name is Rhonda, and I asked the other day on Facebook, like, I don't know, no white girl's named Rhonda, but apparently on my Facebook, everybody told me I
don't know anybody named Rhonda, but
my godmother's named Rhonda. Hey, godmama.
Hey, godmama Rhonda.
Yeah. So he goes to a treatment facility, and then he enrolls into music therapy, where Jennifer Hudson, J. Hud,
it's her cameo appearance.
It's her therapist.
She looks fly too. She looks real fly right now.
Oh yes.
Give it J. Hud.
Sun in the sky.
Right.
Yes.
It's a new day.
It is a new day. Okay, a very new day.
Yes, it is.
New day, a new body. Yes.
And the whole family's there though. Like Cookie doesn't understand anything about the whole bipolar thing, and the rest of the family has been through it over the years with them.
Right.
And they all respond differently. And Andre's just he's not feeling like getting back with the whole IPO thing right now. He's not for all that.
Yeah. So then Jennifer decides that music therapy would be a good option for him. So they're in a session.
Yes, they are.
So then, the session, finally Jennifer decides that she's going to add to the session. So she's like...
Is that what she was doing? She was adding to the session?
I don't know, but she was like, I may get fired for this.
Yes,
so she goes, close the door, locks the door, closes the blind. Andre sits down, she gets between his knees.
Oh, shit.
Yes, she does.
And then she's like, let's pray. Everybody was like, what? I mean, and even Andre was feeling it. Like
let's slay.
Right, excuse me. Yeah, so Andre was even feeling that. So, what kind of church does Jennifer go to? Because I may need to go and visit.
That's that good religion right there.
Yes, I mean, she took touch and agree to a whole nother level. So, touch and agree.
Lay hands on her.
Yes, please, Jennifer, I need some prayer. If anybody want to pray, leave me a message in the comments. Because I'll be happy to pray with you.
Right down there below.
What else was happening on Empire?
What else happened on Empire?
Camilla, yes.
All right,
so Lucius pays
Camilla.
Yeah,
Yoko Ono.
What?
Yoko Ono.
Ono.
Shake that tambourine. Shake that tambourine.
Who is that?
So Yoko Ono was like one of the young ladies that infiltrated the Beatles. John Lennon.
What? Was she black?
Well,
No, she wasn't black.
She was white.
No, she
Or
wasn't.
Asian.
She was Vietnamese.
Oh,
So
okay.
Yoko
Yoko Ono.
Yeah.
I had no idea who that. I didn't understand reference, but I just laughed because I thought you were supposed to laugh
Because it sounds funny. Yoko Ono. She's a real life person, still kicking the day.
Yeah, but she dated the guy.
She dated and married John
But she
Lennon.
was much older than
Yes.
him, and she kind
And
of
she
like
kinda
convinced him.
She was blamed for breaking up with the biggest rock and roll bands of all time. She's
But
had
how
to
you know
kill
this?
I asked about her too.
Oh, you Wikipedia her?
Yes.
All right.
Wiki.
Well, so Lucius pays her a lot of money to basically leave Hakeem because he thinks that she's just in a relationship for money, that she's not genuinely interested, which we all kind of thought that situation. Until it flashes to a scene of her driving, and she's kind of crying.
She's kind of crying.
Yeah.
But she doesn't take the money, though, either.
I thought she did take the money.
She didn't take the money, did she?
No.
Yeah, she didn't take the money.
She ripped the check.
What else happened on Empire? Oh,
Raven Simone returned.
Right.
With the new dude.
Right, with the new dude. Raven was on the Megabus.
Yes, she was.
She was on the Megabus. Yes, she runs into
Pookie.
Pookie.
Whatever.
I don't know. We don't really know their relationship, but he basically is asking where Lola is, which is the baby that she left with Jamal.
Oh, that's the baby's name, Lola.
Yes,
okay.
Whatever Lola wants. Yeah.
And then, like, her, Jamal and Hakeem, they try to sing Lola to sleep.
Lola was like... Okay. So, Raven comes back,
yeah, she does.
and she took Empire to get back Lola. But then, Pookie basically wants to shoot up everybody.
She does, and somehow old, what's his face, Malik Yoba gets involved, and they go to the mansion, and they hold the whole joint up.
Right, and then Lucius is like, I'm the father. He's like Darth Vader's there, and we're like, what? So we don't know if Lucius is really the father, or if he was just saying that to,
squash the situation.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Empire. Tune in this Wednesday. For the 2-hour season finale. So I'm so excited to see that.
I assume that means it comes on at 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock. 8 special time.
Okay.
8 to 10.
8 to 10.
8 to 10. So I'm excited. We can't wait to talk about it next week. So
yes.
Let's move on. Real Housewives of ATL.
Real Housewives of Atlanta. Well, you know what? This has probably been the most we've seen Lanithia and Nene leaks in quite some weeks.
Quite a few weeks. But let's talk about Candy and Todd. So Candy and Todd, a couple of weeks ago, go to a canceling session. Like, they just did not get it together. And so during the canceling session, it really kind of comes out that really one of Todd's main issues is the prenup.
Yeah, well, that would be an issue for me.
I mean, but I feel like Todd knew that he was going to have to sign a prenup. Like, for him to think otherwise was just kind of silly to me.
Yeah, I think it was just the whole way that it was approached, though. Like, I mean, what's yours is yours and what's mine is mine. But she kind of came at him wrong during the previous show.
My thing is, if you didn't get it in enough time, I already know that I'm going to have to sign a prenup. So I'm like, hey, babe, where's the prenup? So, I don't know. So it comes out.
And that's why Todd don't want to do her no more.
No,
that's
he
why
doesn't.
He's done.
Yeah.
He's over it.
He is. Also in the episode, we see the return of Mama Joyce.
Oh, Mama Joyce.
Can we just make Mama Joyce a regular cast member? Because
she can actually take Cynthia's place.
She can.
Yes.
But she is so hilarious to me. So she finally brings Candy a key to the house that Candy bought for her. So
one of the two houses that Candy bought for her.
There's no way that I'm going to buy you a house and I'm not going to have a key to it. I'm sorry. There's just no way that I'm
And you know what? I love my mommy and my daddy real a whole lot. But I ain't buying y'all 2 houses.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah, and if I'm gonna buy you a house, then the people I buy it from or get it built from are gonna give me a key, and I'm gonna give you your key.
This is for you.
Right, I'm not gonna do that.
And I'm sorry, but she's very ungrateful.
She is
she's gonna go.
Mama Joyce is the worst.
To the I seen the old house and I seen it got fixed up, and now I want to move back in there. Girl, bye.
Right,
buddy, I feel you on that.
Oh my God! And then she was like, Candy starts to tell her that she has a lot of things going on. She didn't really want to tell her about Todd.
No.
But she tells her a lot of things.
Mama Joyce and Todd.
Yeah, Mama Joyce is basically like, Candy, I love you more than I love myself.
It's like, it seems you to be acting different, Candy, since you got married.
Right. She probably meant to say, Candy, I love your money more than I love myself. And if that's the case...
Mama Joyce.
Mama Joyce. What else? Cynthia. Man, Cynthia is the worst.
Cynthia's pretty bad.
I don't like this Cynthia that she's giving us this season. It's just
I feel like she goes home and rehearses how she's going to...
Peter rehearses with her. Peter be like, all right, Cynthia.
Like, okay, now she gets the robot breathe.
The robot breathe. Yes. And see, I like the Cynthia that's in the interviews because it's like, funny Cynthia, but a little shade here and there, but not nasty Cynthia. But anytime
those talking head interviews are definitely rehearsed because she looks down at the cue cards that Peter provided for her. Be like,
no, Peter be back there.
So I'm Cynthia Bailey. What else is going on? Get the hell out of here.
Oh, side note, I did not place in the Walmart pageant. I came in third. Third.
Okay, well, you can still go model for the Barely Agency, right?
Yes, the Barely Agency at Bar 9.
Yeah, at Bar 9.
Yeah, Cynthia. So Cynthia kind of gets into, she wants to reconnect with Phaedra after the whole chocolate incident.
She wants to reconnect with her. Okay,
So I guess Phaedra's thinking that Cynthia maybe want to apologize, but you know, she gets in and Cynthia's just like ready. She's
ready, like, so we grown. Let's have a grown woman conversation.
Let's have a grown woman conversation.
What does that mean?
Right. And so she starts going.
And Phaedra's not here for none of it.
Like,
she's not here for none of it.
Right. So she just gets up.
She basically leaves.
And
Cynthia standing there with her glass or whatever she is, and just like.
Right. And I mean.
Played.
Yeah. And so Nene also, last night's episode, Nene wants to get all the women together because they're having a lot of issues, and she thinks that Dr. Jeff, who's a counselor that's helped her and her family in the past before, can help the women at least be in a space, since they have to be together, to work together.
So apparently, a lot of there's also some beef going on between Phaedra and Candy.
Right.
That Candy doesn't seem to know anything about. It's, you know, more so on Phaedra's side of things. And Nene brings this up at, you know, whenever they get together for dinner, it's a problem. So she brought them together at another dinner and basically told her that, you know, me and Phaedra are best friends now, and we don't need you anymore, Candy.
Yeah, and so, but the session kind of goes awry when everybody's problem really is Nene, because no one really has any real situations between each other. Everybody's root problem was Nene, so it was like, well, Nene this. Someone else was like, well, Nene there. So Nene gets upset, and she storms out.
Rightfully so, though, because like everybody was like, Nene is all you, including the therapist.
Well, if Nene wasn't so nasty and so rude all the time, and then people wouldn't have issues with her. But like, I mean, and so she storms out. The therapist tries to stop her, and she's like being nasty and rude to him. She's like, you need to worry about your license. I'm like, girl.
Man.
Like, I mean, so we'll see the continuation of the
therapy session blowout.
But one of the other major things was Nene's hair.
It's been a major thing this entire season.
Yes, from ramen noodles, the Bride of Frankenstein,
the
Super
Chuck
Saiyan
Norris mustache.
Yes,
yeah.
By
wig.
All right,
Ms. Zolciak, anytime you want to come back and get on her, we ready.
Get on her. Yes. So that's going to bring us now. We're going to move from TV and move into some hot topics.
These topics are scorching hot.
Yeah, so first of all, we have an APV out for somebody that we have not seen in a while.
I just want to know, has anybody seen this man? We've been looking for him.
Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean. Where has Frank Ocean been since 2013? He won the Grammy. He got several for his album Channel Orange. You know, he recorded with artists like Beyonce and Brandy and Drake and all these people. Last time we actually heard from Frank Ocean was during Beyonce's 2013 album, Beyonce.
And you went on his Instagram, right?
I went on his Instagram, and you know the last time he posted anything? It was January the 12th, 2013.
Where you at, Frank?
Over 2 years ago. Where's Frank at?
Like every day.
You know, after all that hype, after standing ovations at the Grammy Awards, after all that, Channel Orange, blah, blah, blah.
Come back, Frank.
Maybe he went back in the closet.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, well.
Maybe somebody.
Maybe. It happens. Chris Brown.
So last week you went to Jazmine.
Yes, so I went to go see Jazmine Sullivan's concert.
How was that?
It was great. You know, Jaye Sullivan, all the way from Philadelphia. She came down there to Silver Spring.
Round and round.
Yeah, so you know what? She did her thing. You know what? Jazmine Sullivan is a phenomenal performer. One of the greatest performers, I feel, of our current generation and time. And her latest album, The Reality Show, was the focus of this concert. And she just did her thing. I can't say anything but good things about the show. And when you get a chance to see her in concert, go see Jazmine Sullivan.
I'm so jealous I didn't get a chance to go.
Pick up the CD.
Yeah, well, guys, that's all the time we have today. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. Mm-hmm. So until then, keep watching. Keep telling your friends about the show. Share it with all your friends on social media. And we'll see you guys soon.
On the living room.
Keep going in circles, circles, round and round, and why I'm doing you so wrong. The living room, the living room,
the living room, the living room, the living room, the living room, the living room, the living room. Hey.
Bye.
See ya.